Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to bring you guys 5 takeaways I took from the New York Knicks opening night game against the Indiana Pacers last night. I got 5 takeaways, some good things and some bad things, and we got our first perspective of this New York Knicks team under Coach Tom Thibodeau that I want to talk about in this video. So before I hop in, just want to mention, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'm noticing there's a lot of new subscribers here that's joining the Knicks Media wave. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And if you guys enjoy this video, make sure you thumbs it up. With that being said, let's jump right into my 5 takeaways. So coming in at number 1, which is the most optimistic one of all of these, and the biggest takeaway that Knicks fans are taking from the first game and why Knicks fans should be so happy, it's because of this guy. RJ Barrett looks like he is going to be a star. He is developing into somebody that is putting the team on his back. He's playing efficiently. He has a different type of demeanor to him this year. His jump shot looks different. His first game for the New York Knicks in a sophomore season was phenomenal. Unfortunately, he got iced out in the second half and could not break his career high. I'm going to get into that in this video, but as we all know, RJ Barrett finished the first half last night with a 100% shooting from the field, 100% shooting from the three-point line. He finished with 20 points, 8 for 8 from the field in the first half, and he also was facilitating and crashing the boards. He finished the game with 26 points, shooting I think 11 for 15 from the field, 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Those numbers are really good for RJ Barrett. If he can continue that and be consistently putting up 25 plus points per game, somewhere around 6 to 8 rebounds, and then somewhere around 3 to 5 assists per game, he's going to have a really good sophomore season. RJ Barrett is definitely a star in the making, and every Knicks fan should be very excited. What I noticed from RJ last night is just his confidence. When he is shooting that ball from 3, he knows it's going in. That is the biggest question mark that Knicks fans gave RJ Barrett, is can he shoot the ball consistently from beyond the arc? Yes, it is only the first game. There's still going to be games throughout the season when RJ struggles from downtown. He's going to have those games where he's 1 for 6. He's going to have those games where he's 0 for 7 at some times. That's just a realistic part of basketball. Not every single player goes off every single night. So just because RJ has an off night, one game throughout the season, don't sound the alarms. It's okay. He's going to have way more nights like this, and he's going to show up saying, I need to be handed the keys to the kingdom. I need to let the offense run through me. And that's the exact opposite of what the New York Knicks are doing, and it drives me crazy. So the however part of this takeaway is he needs a true point guard to unlock his full potential. I think that RJ Barrett is being hindered from the point guard play on this team. I feel like Emmanuel Quickley plays really well with RJ, but as we know, unfortunately, he went down with an injury, and we saw a lot of Alfred Payne, and we saw Alec Burks running the 1 last night, which did not work out. Alfred Payne is his own takeaway, so I'm not going to get deep into Alfred Payne right now, but RJ Barrett got iced out in the second half last night. That's inexcusable. For a guy that shot 100% from the field, you need to feed him. He did not miss. I mean, it doesn't make sense how the same thing happened last year. RJ would have a stellar first half. He's destined to have a 30-plus point game. And then they just don't give him the ball in the second half. They need to run the offense through him, run plays, let him move off the ball, give him open looks, let him get ISO, let him run the pick and roll. It's not rocket science. I feel like every single Knicks fan is on the same wavelength with that, and they need to let RJ do what he does, and they don't give him enough opportunities. That first half, he did everything right. He was hitting his open shots. He was taking good shots. He wasn't forcing anything. He drove to the rim. He used his right hand. He finished with his left hand. He's a bully. That's the main thing I take from RJ Barrett. He showed it as a 19-year-old last year, and he got even stronger throughout the offseason. So he was bullying Victor Oladipo. That one layup he had where he just posted him up, did a nice toast, did a nice spin move, and just literally cradled the ball, 1, 2, get off me. Nice, smooth little layup to finish it. RJ Barrett is a guy that is a bully. He's a bruiser. He's a big dude for a shooting guard. He's 6'6", and he just loves bruising people down low. And he has a jump shot, and he can facilitate. RJ Barrett is a star in the making, and Knicks fans should be very excited for that. RJ Barrett will have a very good season. Going into my second takeaway is Julius Randle had a near triple-double last night. This is a huge sign for Julius Randle because I know a lot of Knicks fans, including myself, are not fans of him. But if he can do what he did last night in the first half for the rest of the season, I feel like Knicks fans would be okay with Julius. He did not have the best game last night. He shot very inefficiently from the floor, but he finished with 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. 9 assists is incredible for a power forward. He finished the first half with 8 assists. Second half, he only had 1 assist. So I really love what I'm seeing from Julius. He's driving, and when there's double teams, he dishes it out to open shooters. He does do some some plays, and it's going to happen throughout the season, where we scratch our heads saying, Julius, why are you spinning into a double team and turning the ball over? That's going to happen. But if he backs it up with the facilitation point of view and he wants to get his teammates involved and becomes a team player, I feel like that's what the coaching staff wants to get out of Randle, and that's why we're seeing this side of him. So I feel like we're going to grow accustomed to Julius and start liking him if he continues this on a consistent basis, because he needs to realize that this is not his squad. This squad belongs to RJ Barrett. You're not the future of this team, so don't take all the shots. He needs to pass it, and that's what he did in the first game, and hopefully that can carry on, because we need a playmaking power forward, and I feel like Julius Randle did that in LA with the Lakers, so if he can do that with the Knicks consistently, that is a positive sign. Number 3, Alec Burks with 20-plus points off the bench last night. Wow, what a great signing from Leon Rose and the Knicks front office, because the one thing that this New York Knicks team lacked the most last year is three-point shooting. He came in and provided that spark that we needed off the bench from beyond the arc. He was finding his rhythm. He got a nice baby jumper in the paint, mid-range jump shot, three-point jump shot. He just looks like a guy that's going to come off the bench and score consistently. He averaged 15 points per game last year off the bench for the Warriors and the Sixers. I think he's going to average around 15 to 17 points per game. I think Alec Burks was a very good signing. He's only 28 years old. He's not an old veteran. He's not a young rookie or a young player. He's right in the year where you want, like, is a perfect veteran to have. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not 30 plus years old, or he's not super young. He's 28 years old. So he's been in the league long enough. He understands the game of basketball. He has confidence in his shot. And I think Alec Burks off the bench is going to provide a really needed volume shooter that this New York Knicks team desperately needs. So Alec Burks is definitely a positive. My 4th takeaway, here we're going to get into the little negative things. Alfred Payne should never start again at point guard. Every single Knicks fan have had enough with Alfred Payne. Last night, I think he was the reason why we lost that game, and Emmanuel quickly getting injured is another reason why, which they both go hand in hand. Alfred Payne looked beyond terrible. He does not look like a true point guard to me. When he's out there, he's dribbling the ball too much, and then he picks up his dribble, and then he turns the ball over. He looks like a guy that just cares about getting assists. That's not a point guard you want. He looks like, okay, when I pass the ball, you need to shoot it and give me an assist. That's not what you want from your point guard. A guy that just wants to pad his stats. And what I mean by that is he dribbles the ball all the way until the shot clock expires, and then he passes it off, and that means he's going to get an assist if it goes in or not. We need a point guard that keeps his head up, maintains his dribble, and whoever's open, he facilitates it to. And obviously, you cannot ice out your best player on the team in RJ Barrett. The second half was ridiculous. All we saw was Alfred Payne and Julius Randle handle the ball for the second half, and RJ did not touch the ball. Alfred Payne had the highest percentage of usage rate last night as well. That stat is a little confusing, but basically that means the ball was in his hands the most. The ball was running through Alfred Payne, and that is inexcusable because he looked really bad. He does not have a shot. He looked really bad driving to the rim. He turned the ball over a lot, and he wasn't playing that great defense. I feel like Alfred Payne, the one thing that's good about him is he's decent at defense, and he can facilitate at times, and he can drive to the rim. But he didn't even show us any of that last night. So if I'm Tom Thibodeau, I'm ripping him out of the starting lineup and putting Dennis Smith Jr. or Frank Ntilikina in there, especially with Emmanuel quickly injured. If Quickly's healthy, then he should be the starting point guard. But Alfred Payne, he does not deserve to start. Tom Thibodeau said himself, these minutes are not given, they're earned. And to me, Alfred Payne did not earn a starting job at that point guard position. And my last takeaway for today's video is Obi Toppin might not be as NBA ready as we might think. Last night was Obi Toppin's NBA debut, and this does not mean I'm worried about Obi and I think he's going to be a bust. That is not what I'm saying. But last night, what he showed to me is he is settling for jump shots a little too much. I want to see him drive to the rim. I want to see him maximize his strengths, which is getting in the post, spinning out of the post, doing all these things in the paint. That's what we drafted him for. And he's stretching the floor a little too much. He's shooting the ball, which I like. That means he has confidence. That means he thinks that he can make those shots, which he did. But he shot really inefficiently last night. So Obi Toppin, I'm not judging his whole NBA rookie season on one game, but he might not be that NBA ready guy that we expected because he doesn't look like mentally that he's all there yet. And that's okay. We can't expect a rookie to come in here and be like, I am here and I am going to win Rookie of the Year and I'm the most NBA ready player out of the rookie draft class. That's not that normal. Just because he's 22 doesn't mean he's not going to have rookie mistakes. That's going to happen. Obi Toppin's going to be fine. I think he's going to have games where he drops 20 plus points, and I think he's going to have games where he did this. One thing that's positive about Obi that stood out to me, which I didn't really know about his game, is his passing ability. He loves getting his teammates involved, and he has a knack to threading the needle. That pass he had to RJ Barrett was phenomenal in transition. There's literally the tightest window imaginable for Obi Toppin to pass it through. A nice chest pass to RJ for the dunk he had, and then there was another play where Obi drove and then he dished it out in the corner for an open shot for the three-pointer in the corner. So Obi Toppin to me looks like a guy that needs to start maximizing his strengths by going to the rim and going into the post. I like what I'm seeing from him on rebounding, but maybe shoot the ball a little less and go to what your strengths are, is driving to the rim. I'm not worried about Obi, but I'm expecting a very up and down rookie season from him. So those are my 5 takeaways from last night's debut of the New York Knicks under Tom Thibodeau. Let me know some of your takeaways down below in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you thumbs it up. Let's go Knicks, and Merry Christmas. Hope you guys have a fantastic holidays and stay safe. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.